สวัสดีค่ะท่านผู้ชม Welcome to the Mindfulness Show by Mindfulness Academy of Asia. In today's episode, we are featuring Dr. Brian Perkins from Columbia University answering questions about how students can pursue their dreams or reach for the stars. I want to know from our elementary children, what does success mean to you?
It means like when you don't fail on what you're doing.
Luna?
It means like when you finish something and you get everything correct.
Leah, what is success for you?
Success means to me when I am correct at things in my life.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Pilot.
A pilot. Anybody else?
A professional athlete.
Okay. Could you tell us more?
I want to become a pilot because every time I fly or I'm going somewhere, I feel like a thrill and I just love exploring new places.
What about some of our adults? Mr. David.
In high school, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, but I wanted to be outside, and therefore I became a sports PE teacher who also taught mathematics. So I spent many years teaching just PE, sport, outdoor education, and as I got older, I started teaching more mathematics.
What about Miss Cindy? When did you realize that you liked teaching?
I wanted to play in orchestras. I wanted to be a poet. But of all the courses that I took during my university days, the ones that captured me the most, the ones that held my interest and made me want to learn and know more, were the education. So despite everything, that's all I've ever done in life, and it's all I've ever really wanted to do in life.
So, Professor, how can they be sure that they actually want to be a pilot, a professional athlete, or a singer?
I'll give you the advice I've given my own children, and that is to do in life what you would do for free. And when you have that passion, you'll devote the necessary time to be an expert at it, because it doesn't feel like work at all.
And what about our moms? Do you worry sometimes like how your child will grow up, what profession they will take?
I would like to know when they grow up, they change the interesting of their own. How did you know that this is the correct passion of our children?
The biggest contribution that you as a parent can make is to encourage and to guide your children to explore and try to discover the things that they like.
I know you have an amazing tool that can help our teenagers find out about themselves. What is it and how does it work?
So the tool that Ms. Giff has mentioned is a assessment that's called StrengthsFinder 2.0. And what StrengthsFinder does is it investigates the way you associate words one to another and your preferences on topics. And this instrument gives you your top 5 talent themes that if you practice and work on those talents, that they actually can be used as strengths for you.
So, Anna, what is Jumin's strength?
Well, she listens to others, and then I found that she's good at understanding and sensing other people's feeling.
What you just described is actually some of the characteristics of her talents that she's exhibited. When you say she has the ability to exercise empathy towards others, there are a lot of careers that one could go into where that is just a very natural thing.
So student, let's take a guess for Jumin. Because she's empathetic, what career can she take later in life? Luna?
A mindfulness teacher.
A mindfulness teacher. Okay. Any other careers that you might, yeah?
The therapist.
Therapist, good job.
Very good job.
A nurse, good job.
Sometimes we have to do something that we don't really want to do. So how can we motivate ourselves to do it?
There are things that we do that help us get to the next level and do the next thing. And so see these as temporary. Just take advantage of the moment and move past it.
When I'm applying for university, I have to go through interview and audition. And in what way can I cope with my stress, and how can I stop myself from stuttering?
So being nervous or anxious is a very natural human emotion. Through your mindfulness practice, you can help yourself to calm that. You can help yourself to maintain focus and to increase your confidence.
How has mindfulness affect your life and study in college?
Actually, I did not start mindfulness practice until much later. I had not been exposed to it until after college. In my current life, what it helps me to do is to focus.
So has mindfulness ever helped control your emotion?
Oh, absolutely. At times when there are things that happen where people say things and the emotion that comes up might be an emotion of anger. And so the best thing for you to do is to release the negative emotion of being angry and upset.
What are some ways that you deal with big life decisions?
Well, that's a really good question. For me, I'm not quick to rush into decisions. Where I have time, I take the time. I consider the facts and the information very carefully. The best teacher of life is experience. And so you do better at making decisions when you make mistakes.
On behalf of the Mindfulness Academy of Asia and the American School of Bangkok, we are so grateful to have you with us, and we hope that you will join our show again. Thank you very much, Professor. ขอบพระคุณมากค่ะ
How do you feel learning mindfulness?
I feel like it's better in a way because it's something that we haven't learned before, something new and different than normal everyday school life.
Well, I definitely thought it was kind of weird at first, but as we got to practice it more, I was able to use the breathing techniques for sleep, and I was able to be more active in classes.
What about the teachers? How does it feel?
The basketball players especially, I know that they use mindfulness before the games and things like that. I can see that it definitely has an impact on the way they can focus. It's a good life skill.